Incredible great news this afternoon as not one, but three Social Security add-ons could be coming to you not just during this pandemic, but lifetime. As breaking news out of the state of Georgia, as now not one, but two Senate races are going off for runoffs. And if both go Democrat, the Senate falls to the Democrats. And Mitch McConnell is out as the negotiator for your second stimulus package. In essence, anything that Joe Biden wants, including a 20% increase in SSDI, $2,400 for SSDI recipients next year, and stimulus right now, additionally, and cost of living adjustments based upon a new indicator as well, along with a big, bold stimulus check that could be upwards of $5,000, all would pass instantly because Mitch McConnell is gone. This is jaw-dropping, incredible great news, and it's breaking right now, and this is Afternoons LALATE. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Afternoons LALATE here, and boy, it's exciting, great news across the board. Breaking minutes ago, as we just learned that not one, but two Senate races in Georgia are going for runoffs on January 5th. That minutes ago, President Donald Trump lost the state of Georgia, and if both seats go Democratic, Mitch McConnell is gone, and will no longer as majority leader of the Senate, and that everything that you want for stimulus that Joe Biden has been promising for you would get passed instantly. This is incredible great news. Thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, $10,000 of hazard pay, $2,400 for SSDI, big bold stimulus checks, rent eviction moratoriums, all these incredible great things. And it's just happening minutes ago. If you've not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe because you see how things change by the minute. And boy, I'm going taped, I'm going live, I'm going upside down, I'm going inside out, I'm going in, out. It's getting a little cold, so who knows where I'll be next time. I'll maybe taping at the casino. Also, like this video. In this video, I'm so excited I can't even pronounce the word video. In this video, I'll be going over why thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars can be coming to you right away, finally. And I don't just mean for one program, I mean for a lot of programs. SSDI, SSI, Social Security, railroad benefits, veterans, children, Uber and Lyft drivers, the remainder of $10,000 EIDL grant. There's so much of this video. Oh my God. Coming up right after this at 30 minutes is hazard pay. Purple. The show's called Purple, but it's about hazard pay and EIDL. You got to tune into that because thousands and thousands of dollars could be coming to you right away. Finally, after months of me pushing and pushing and pushing and you pushing, this money's going to be coming, and it's so darn exciting. Then 30 minutes after that is Being a Mitch, which may become an irrelevant show very soon. And then 30 minutes after that, if I still have some more energy, is Street and Stimulus. Let's get to the breaking news. The breaking news is that Mitch is in big trouble. Mitch is in big trouble. The man who wouldn't give you stimulus in the month of May, the man who said, you know what, I'll take out the stimulus checks, the man who wanted to give you $300 for FPUC and sort of laugh about it, he is in big trouble right now. And this is amid concerns about how quickly stimulus could land in your hands. I've seen your comments. I talked about mints before. This is incredible great news. Let me explain what's going on. It's a little complicated. It takes a few steps for me to explain it, and then you'll digest it. The Senate currently is controlled by the Republicans. On election night, the results came in, and from those results on election night, the Senate was still controlled by the Republicans. But two seats remained at issue. And we actually talked about these seats before election night. I hope this whole year does not turn out to be focusing on two Georgia seats. Remember me talking about that? Well, that's exactly where we are today. Because now that we are after election night, the Senate still remains Republican, controlled by the Republicans. Mitch McConnell has been reelected. As the reelected member of the Republican Party, he is the majority leader. As the dominant party in the Senate, the Republicans can block legislation coming from the Democratic House into the Senate by saying, you know what, we don't want it. And it could never end up landing anywhere, and you could end up having problems getting stimulus. Well, after election night, Mitch said, I'm going to give you stimulus right away. It's Friday. He hasn't given it to you. Did you notice that? Yeah, I noticed that as well. First time of business after the election, I'm going to give you stimulus. Mitch, it's Friday. Where's the stimulus? And you've been talking about that as well. Well, guess what Georgia's been talking about? Minutes ago, Donald Trump lost the state of Georgia. The state of Georgia elected Joe Biden as its president-elect. This is the first time the state of Georgia, which is a Republican state, has gone Democratic in many, many years. Now, as to senators, they almost never elect a Democratic senator. But now, not one, but 2 Senate seats are going to a runoff. What's a runoff? Some people ask me, what's a runoff? That means that in their state, they have a strange rule that if you do not get 50% of the votes, then you have to go to a runoff, a second election, a second voting day. And that second voting day is January 5th. Well, the issue is that coming before today's recording, there was one of those 2 seats that was going to a runoff. Minutes ago, we just learned that the second seat is going to a runoff. So now both of the Senate seats are going to a runoff. What does this mean for your stimulus? Both of the seats, if they both go Democratic, they have to go both Democratic. One is not enough. If they both go Democratic, then by the vote of the Senate, that is always broken by the VP-elect, Senator Harris, every bill that Joe Biden wants will go right into law. It's as simple as that. Laws would start in the House, go to the Senate, which would be Democratic as well, and then go to the president, who's Democratic as well, and you would have this stimulus. So let me go to now the stimulus and why this is so incredibly important. First, overnight, Joe Biden announced the second and third additions for Social Security beneficiaries, which we had never heard until last night. This is totally brand new. This is in addition to the additional amount that we heard about 24 hours before that. First, Joe Biden's proposing to give lifetime beneficiaries of Social Security, SSDI, and Social Security and railroad benefits and veterans a 20% up to a 20% increase lifetime on their benefits. Did you hear me on that? Yes, it has nothing to do with COVID. This is a lifetime increase, and it could be upwards of 20%. Depends on the individual, depends on the amount of their beneficiaries. So if you get about a $1,000 a month check, you would instead get a $1,200 check lifetime, not tied to anything. Second, he wants to link the Social Security and beneficiary index to something different than COLA. This is incredible great news. So the new indexer would be excuse me, I always forget the name of this one. Cost of Senior Living Adjustment, SCEI. I always forget it. I can't remember everything. It's the one that sounds like R2D2. That's what I say. What's incredible about that is it's tied to seniors, and the cost of living adjustment doesn't move that much. This one moves a lot, and it would adjust your benefits up. It would never adjust them down. It would adjust them up more frequently every year. This is incredible great news, and it's lifetime. Finally, the big stimulus check, the emergency stimulus check, the big, bold stimulus check that could be coming to you every single month if you're on SSDI, SSI, Social Security, and railroad benefits. It would be $200 every month until at least December 31st, 2021. That's upwards of $2,600 from today's date. Incredible. All of these are additions. None of them is a replacement. None of them is this or that. This is not the smorgasbord. Do you want chicken? Do you want fish? No, you get the entire entree of this. It does not disqualify something else. It does not remove something else. It does not cancel out something else. It is all additional. Next, 20 minutes after this, you're going to hear about hazard pay, but I'm going to give you a preview of what's coming up in purple. Hazard pay could suddenly go right back up to $10,000, lump sum in your account. You've been hearing me say this morning, say yesterday, the day before, I don't see Mitch doing $10,000. I don't see Mitch doing $10,000. Guess what? Both seats in Georgia go Democratic. Mitch has nothing to say about it. If Joe Biden wants to give you $10,000 for hazard pay, you're getting $10,000 for hazard pay. You're getting it. Third, haven't gotten the remainder of a $10,000 grant from Javier Carranza? Well, guess what? Haven't gotten your unemployment benefits since the month of July? Guess what? Your unemployment benefits expired, your enhanced unemployment benefits expired in early July. Oh, actually, late July. You are being paid $600 a week. If you still are certifying for those weeks, you can still get them. And no one has given you enhanced unemployment benefits since July. Joe wants to go back. Joe wants to go back, but you have to remind him to go back to the date that expired. He wants to pay $600 a week, not Mitch's $300 a week. Mitch's $300 a week would be gone. How about Mitch's wanting to expire everything in like late December? Let's just sort of expire your benefits in December. Gone. You would get these benefits as long as needed. Joe Biden wants to extend your unemployment benefits until the pandemic's gone. So, UI, FPUC expiring in late December, continue all the way to the end of the pandemic. PUA, expiring late December, continue all the way to the end of the pandemic. FPUC, retroactive to late July, continue to the end of the pandemic. You would not run out of weeks, you would not run out of benefits, and you would get FPUC on top of that, $600 a week. And if you tune into this channel regularly, you would learn how to do enhanced unemployment benefits as well, which could raise your base level benefits as high as, $304 a week. Oh my goodness, this is just incredible, great news. So why is the focus so much on Georgia? The second Georgia Senate race between GOP David Perdue and Democrat Jon Ossoff is going to run off. It will join the already confirmed runoff race between Senator Kelly Loeffler and Democrat Raphael Warnock that will also be determined on that night. Now, what's important to understand, and we're not going to, wish on a shining star wherever you are and sing that little tune. If the Senate seats of one of them goes Republican, the other one goes Democrat, don't presume none of these things I've told you are you going to get. I'm just not saying that. I'm just saying that if both seats go Democratic, you're going to get the top dollar. You're going to get that $10,000 hazard pay. You're going to get the $600 FPUC. It's categorically incredible. Next, eviction moratoriums expire in December. It would be continued to the end of the pandemic. Mortgage forbearance continued to the end of the pandemic. Student loan repayment continued to the end of the pandemic. Oh my God, it just keeps on getting better and better. What's important to understand is that Joe Biden has made very clear in the last 24 hours he wants to give you multiple stimulus checks, big, bold stimulus checks, at least as often as needed until to the end of the pandemic. And if it takes more than one bill, he'll do two bills. If it takes two bills, he'll do three bills. This is a former senator who became a senator at age 30. He was one of the longest running senators of his time. He hasn't been a senator for, he wasn't a senator for 4 seconds. He was a senator for many, many years. He loves writing legislation. And what's important to understand is he's going to get this passed if both seats fall to Georgia. Now, earlier today on Holidays LA, I answered some of your questions. I'm going to go over some of those questions and concerns right now. First, Temple of Doom. She says this and she says that and she says this. Don't care. I don't care. Do you care? I'm going to tell you why. Because Temple of Doom wrote a bill at a time which was different. The nation was different in May. The political makeup of this country was different. The policies and the different things were all different then. Her May bill and her September bill or October bill doesn't have 80% of what Joe Biden is going to be giving to you that he's indicated in the last 24 hours. So when she comes out and says, do my bill, it's just, your bill is no longer relevant. It has to be changed. That's the first thing to understand. Second, people say Joe Biden can't do anything to January 1st. Let me explain something. There is the ability to pick up a phone, the ability to text, the ability to fax, if you still have a fax machine, the ability to email. There's nothing that prevents Joe Biden from talking to Mitch McConnell. It's not. Some people actually say it's against the law to talk to Mitch McConnell. Really? Yeah. Is that why the lobsters don't talk to him? No. Anyone can talk to Mitch McConnell, and they probably have been. They're just not telling you. Ultimately, the only people who vote on bills are legislators, congressmen, Senate and House members. Those are the only people that vote on legislation. And so President Trump doesn't vote on legislation. Joe Biden doesn't vote on legislation. Steve Mnuchin doesn't vote on legislation. Cabinet members, members of the executive branch, which is the White House, don't vote on legislation. It is legislators, the House and the Senate, that vote on legislation. Could things change by the minute and Mitch pass legislation tomorrow? Well, not tomorrow, Saturday, Monday. Sure. You have to understand the following. There's a thing that we did called Seats for Stimulus. It was just a little successful. Guess what's going on? There's a Georgia race coming up in about, 4 or 5 weeks. Does Mitch McConnell really think that he can slide into a Georgia January race where it could determine whether he has his job anymore or not by not giving you stimulus? Do you think the people of Georgia will vote for a Republican candidate if Mitch McConnell's sitting over in the Senate from now till January 5th and not giving anyone in the state of Georgia any stimulus? Saying, you know what, you're getting rich on the American dollar. You know what, you're not... He can do that. He can certainly do that. But do you think he's going to lose? Absolutely. What's important to understand is that people need stimulus, and Georgia's no different than you and I. You need stimulus right now. And people in the comments say, I need stimulus right now. I need it yesterday. I need it in July. I need it in August. Well, guess what? If Mitch doesn't want to give anyone stimulus tomorrow or today, you know what the state of Georgia's going to do to him? Well, they already voted for Biden, as announced today. They're going to vote those two candidates for Democrats, and Mitch is going to be gone. He will no longer be majority leader. So does that create a sense of urgency under Mitch's feet? Presumably, yes. Ultimately, you and I have no idea what goes on in Mitch McConnell's head. A lot of you say he's sort of schizophrenic. He says one thing and he does another thing. Or he promises one thing and he does the reverse. We've dealt with that for months. You know, he said he was going to have eviction moratorium in his bill. He didn't have it. He said there's going to be stimulus checks in his bill. He didn't have it. And what's important to understand is that the wall is caving in on Mitch McConnell because he can't keep on not doing anything, because the nation is saying very clear, we need stimulus right now. With that, it's a renewed environment, and I'm so excited of the energy, the positivity, the fun, and the motivation of the viewers of this channel. What's important to know is you need to push your energy on political leaders on Twitter. Don't tell me you haven't got to the stimulus. I know that. You know that. The other followers of this channel know that. Don't tell me it needs to go out right now. I know that. Everyone else knows that. We're all repeating it. It needs to have gone out since July. We can't say this enough. You need to say that message on social media. You need to be on Twitter, make it very loud and clear what you're saying on the channel. We need the stimulus right now, Mitch. You want to lose those 2 seats in the Senate? Well, guess what? We need the stimulus right now, or those seats are going to go Democratic. It's as simple as that. It's seats for stimulus 2.0. You don't give us stimulus, Mitch, those seats are going to go Democratic, and so are you. Gone. It's with that, we remain focused and remain positive and remain dedicated to staying on point. Coming up after this 30 minutes is big developments on hazard pay. $10,000 is back on. Oh my goodness. Also, EIDL grant, that $10,000 you did not get. Yeah. As always, go to the Friends channel, subscribe. Subscribe because we're going to get through this pandemic together. Also, like this video. As always, stay informed, stay smiling, and stay at LA for more.